Good evening everyone and welcome back to the 3 B's of Business. For those of you who don't know, I'm Tristan Griffiths and I run a digital media agency called It's Nomad 9. So this 3 B's of Business video series is a free 10-day video series which is designed to help you achieve success and fast growth regardless of industry. So this is the second video for this evening, kicking 2 in today because there's one day of the week I can't do this week. This one, as the topic and the post suggests, is actually all about the budget element of your 3 B's of business. So it's about setting your budget. So I talked a little bit in the video that I've just done about needing to set budgets and having fluidity in your budgets, not having them rigid and set, because you don't know what opportunities are going to arise that you can seize. So there might be a training opportunity, there might be events to go to. I talked a little bit about that in the last video. If you didn't catch it, please do after this jump back in and catch up on that. It is a 10-day series. If you want to see the whole thing, you can go to tristangriffiths.com/YouTube. As I finish each one, we take it and we put it onto YouTube, so it's there as a playlist if you wanted to go and consume all of them, or if you wanted to share it with anyone, that's a great place to send them. And if you're there, please do also subscribe to the YouTube channel, because I'm going to be adding a lot more value there over the coming weeks and months. So back to it. The 3 B's of business are super important elements to every single type of business. They're designed as 3 main things that work within all sorts of businesses, whether they're virtual or whether they're physical, whether they're location based or whether they are completely global. They are designed that if you look at these and you refine these elements and you really focus and knuckle down and make these areas better, you will achieve success and fast growth within your business regardless of the industry. So super important that you just give 9 minutes, that's it, that's all these videos are, just to have a little listen. So today I'm just going to talk to you about budgeting for personal development. Really important. One thing that people don't do is they put all this money in and they invest in new equipment, new software, the latest technologies, going out to marketing events and things like that. One of the really big key things within any business are the people. Really important. Obviously no business exists if people don't. It's about the relationship, it's about working with other people, it's about the relationship that you have with them. One big part of that is actually about your own personal development. What can you do today to start developing yourself? How can you improve your knowledge, your compassion, your attitude to dealing with other people? All of these different things are things that can develop you. My number 1 recommendation for you on personal development, people always say, oh, I can't afford it, I wish I could go on this course, I wish I could go to that event. My number 1 recommendation for you is, if you have a smartphone and you have a set of headphones, is get yourself all set up on something like Audible. Get yourself audiobooks, and the reason for that is you have so much net time in your day. What people don't realize is net time is no extra time. So walking to the bus, waiting for a meeting, all of those things are bits of time that could be used for things. Now, you don't have to fill everything with listening to things. Part of that that personal development might be that you actually spend time doing nothing and just meditating and just staying calm. So work out the things that will help you to develop. Everybody needs something different, everybody functions slightly differently, but it is across the board something that you need to invest time and effort into. Like, personal development doesn't just happen. You need to go and you need to learn about yourself, and when you learn about yourself, you learn on the things that you can improve. So it might be that you go on a speaker training course so that you can give better presentations. It might be that you go to a networking meeting so that you have more of that social interaction and you understand more about the dynamics and the psychology behind why certain people mix in groups. It might actually be that you go for some social time, because really important as well to have that work-life balance. People always on the online, especially entrepreneurs, people who are working for themselves, there's this whole aspect of hustle, keep working, keep doing this, keep busy. It's important to take time out as well. You will burn out. We are not robots, we are humans, and it is really important to get to understand yourself. The personal development side of of working on the business. So the business relates to the people, and we're talking each individual being a personal development. So really, really important that you invest the time in yourself. Audiobooks is my number one because you can learn from other people who have been there before. So it's about the mentorship of people who have already achieved it, whether it's listening to people like Grant Cardone, it could be Brian Fanzo, Social Fans, it could be Gary Vee, it could be a whole number of different people. So whether it's a podcast, an audiobook, and in fact, if you follow me and you listen to any of my other bits and pieces, you'll hear me talking all the time about the fact that you can actually turn a lot of content into effective podcasts by understanding how to use your smart device. So if you want to know a little bit more about that, please do post below saying, tell me how to read out loud, or something along those lines. But it really, really important, personal development. Personal development doesn't stop just at education and things like that. I mentioned meditation, even things like the awareness of staying healthy. If you work for yourself, the number one thing that you don't want to happen is you don't want to get ill. You don't want to have to take time out of your business for illness. If you're taking time out, take it out and enjoy it. Spend time on yourself. So understand yourself, and that's from a learning perspective. That's also from a health perspective. Also consider things like, is your sleep pattern, is your sleep routine as good as it could be? I know that I'm actually a much shorter sleeper than other people, which is a blessing and a curse in the fact that the blessing side being I have more hours in the day than most people, and obviously the curse to that is that I try to fill that time with more stuff. So work out and understand what it is that works for you. What do you want to develop on right now? Have a little think, what area could I do better in? Would I like to go and understand how I can network better? How can I pitch myself better? Can I learn from people? Is it a podcast that's the best way I learn? How do I learn best? So have a little think. Is it in written format? Is it in audio format? Whatever it is, work out the one thing that works for you. That quick tip I was just talking about making things into podcasts. Basically, instead of reading websites as you stumble over them, little trick, bookmark them, and I'm going to do the iPhone version because I'm on an iPhone, but you can do it on Android as well, is if you've got your phone set up to do it, bookmark them. Then when you get no extra time, that net time while you're waiting for meetings or traveling somewhere, you can literally place 2 fingers on the top of the screen and swipe down on a web page, and it reads the whole page out to you. You have to listen to a little bit of code at the beginning because it reads the first 3 lines of code that are hidden at the top, but then actually it starts to read you the page, and you can actually get web pages read to you, which means it generally is quicker for you to consume that content when you have it in an audio format. So again, bookmark them and come back to them later when you've got no extra time to actually consume that. So like the times where you're traveling and on the bus or waiting for things. So again, talking about the budget and personal development, if there's a course that you think will benefit you, there's a way to find the money. When I started All Things Bournemouth, I needed to raise £3,000 in order to do it, and I thought £3,000 from someone, don't know who'd do that. So instead I found 6 people and I went and asked for £500 each, and that's basically the story behind how I raised the funds. So there are ways that you can find the money if you really need to. Gary Vee talks about this a lot, about, have you got stuff in the house you don't use anymore? Could you sell it? Could you go to boot sales and buy things and resell them on eBay? There are a multitude of ways to do it. It's how dedicated are you to raising the funds in order to invest in yourself. Investing in yourself is the number one investment you will make. It doesn't go away. Investing in equipment breaks, equipment changes, technologies update, but investing in yourself is something that will stay with you forever. That's it. I'm at the 9 minutes, guys, so I'm going to wrap up, but thank you very much for spending a little bit of time with me today. The next part of the series is of the 3 B's of business is budget, and we're talking research and development, so it's looking behind the business. Thank you very much. If you got some value from this, please do share it with someone that you think might also get value from it, and I'll catch you on another video very, very soon.